Good morning and welcome back to the Adventures of Mac in Anthea. This video is going to be one of a series of videos I've been doing on my quest to try and find a steering lock mechanism for my bicycle. Now, when I say steering lock, I don't mean, you know, lock the steering up so people can't steal it. But when you pull over and you stop, something that locks the steering in the straight position so that when you walk away from it, the steering doesn't tip to one side and then the bike falls over. I'm a bit tired of that happening. I'm a bit tired of sort of where we stop doesn't seem to be the best view. It's where we can actually lean the bike up against the front wheel to stop from turning or whatever so it doesn't fall over. And that seems to be dictating our little picnic areas and where we stop when we go on our e-bike adventures. So yeah, I want a solution now. I've had 2 attempts at this. I've done quite a lot of research and they've both been fails. You can get these kits. They're not widely advertised. Not many people know about them, but they actually replace the top of the steering bearings and everything. They go in there and you just twist them and they lock off the steering. Now, I've had 2 of those and they've both been fails. So I'm going to have to move on and try and find another solution, but it doesn't mean you guys can't. And one of the major problems with these kits was they want enough information on the measurements, you know, and the different dimensions in them. So sort of try and retrieve a bit back from this disaster for me, I'm going to make a series of videos of the 2 kits that I've bought, and give you the exact dimensions with calipers of what they are so that you can make a more informed decision as to what kit you want and whether this kit is going to fit your bike. Okay, so this is the Shimano one which I've just tried to fit and basically destroyed. This is featured in the video I'll link in at the end of this, completely different kit. And this is it's a single bearing one, so you only have to replace the top end of your actual steering, you know, tube with this. So that goes in first and then that sort of goes on. Now, yeah, that broke whilst I was trying to fit it. Plus then I went through to the end just to make sure I had enough threads coming out for the top to put the final knot on, and I didn't. So even if I bought a new one, that's still going to be a completely no-go for my bicycle. Okay, so moving along to the subject of this video today. This is the one I ordered first of all, and this was completely, you know, wrong. And I shall give you some measurements on this. Now, this one is actually, it's got one that goes on the top there. So we can do that. And one in at the bottom, so it's a complete bearing swap and lock off kit all the way through the tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go through this, give you some measurements so you can sort of make a semi-educated guess of whether this is going to fit yours. So the first measurement I'm going to do is from the top to see if you've actually got enough threads, because unless you haven't got you've got a long enough shaft with enough threads for this kit to fit, it's pointless, you know, going any further. Okay, so I'm going to quickly slot this together. What's important is the top half. So this is the piece that slots down. You have to take the top housing, bearing housing, out of the steering tube and press this one into it. This then in turn slots into this part, and then when you've got it all together inside, you've got a nut and a locking nut on top. So I hope you can see that. So basically what's important is the measurement from here to the top of here. And that's the minimum you need for this to work, basically, of threads coming out the top of the tube. So I'm going to take the calipers, measure up. Right. And I've got 56. So you're going to need at least 56 millimeters of thread from your steering shaft, your fork shaft, sticking out of the top of your tube after you've removed the bearing housing. That's what you need to have sticking out for this kit to work. So if you haven't got that, you may as well stop there, because this just isn't going to work in that at all. Okay, so moving on. This kit, this is the bit that has to be pressed down into the top of your steering tube. And this one is pressing into the bottom. I suppose if you didn't really want to, you wouldn't have to do the bottom. If if your bearings are good in the bottom, you could probably get away with just replacing the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you the measurement of this for the inside of your fork tube. So let's zero it again. And that's a width of 33.8. Strange size. 33.8. I'll just double check that again. Right, got 33.9 there. So yeah, that should give you some sort of size of what your inside of your fork tube needs to be to press this into it. Okay, so moving on. This is the locking bit. and this slides over your shaft. Now you need a threaded shaft which has got the notch missing out of the back of it. I'm sure you've seen it before in the past, and it runs down the length of the threading of the actual fork shaft that comes out through the fork tube. If you look at, I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera, but here you've got like a sort of a Woodworth key affair which will slot into that. Okay, so I'm going to measure across here. Let's make sure we're back on 0 again. Yeah, measuring across, and we've got 28.9. Okay, so your steering shaft needs to be around 28.9 in order for this to slide on top. On mine was way too narrow and it just wasn't going to work at all. So yeah, 28.9. Okay, I'll move on to nuts again, which lock it off on the top. There, right, going in at 0 again. 27.7. So I suppose you're going out for sort of a 28mm thread. It's 2 of those. One goes on, tighten it down to the position where you're happy with your bearings are on your steering, and then another one to lock it off. Okay, so just to quickly recap one more time, you need, after you've removed the bearing housing from the top of your fork tube, you need approximately 58mm of the thread sticking out the fork tube to get all these gubbins on and the 2 final knots. You need your fork tube width needs to be approximately 33mm for that to actually go into it. Okay, and your nuts approximately 28mm. Okay, it's a short video. Hopefully that's going to be some use to somebody out there. If you want any more information on it, more dimensions measured, just drop something down in the comments and I will get back to you and you know, let you know if I possibly can. Please check out these other 2 videos. They'll be up here somewhere. I'll probably up here somewhere. Check them out. There's the one on the Shimano one, which is a different dimensioned unit altogether, and then there's also one where it might have failed to actually fit it. I've had the whole bicycle apart and tried to fit them, so I'll give you some insight into what's involved in fitting one of these kits. So I think all that remains is thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.